Hey everyone, my name is Eddie1. Welcome to another Gene School video. Today we're going to talk about Okizeme manipulation. By this, I'm not talking about how to hit people on the ground anymore. No, I'm not talking about this, but I'm talking about how punishing people on when they wake up with certain moves that a lot of people get away with it. So I just thought it was time to put this into clean sheets, right? So let's start with a few basic stuffs like the positions when they are down. Like this is called face down, face up, feet towards. And Jin is an excellent character at manipulating Oki because he can turn people like with this, and this turn the opponent into the face down, feet towards. And this is really important. He also has CD4, which puts them back turn, which is head first, head towards and or feet away, like many people call it, face up, feet away. And you can also do this and put them like face down, feet away. Why are important to know about these stuffs? Like if your opponent is face down, feet towards, face up, feet towards, his wake up mid kick is going to become -12 on block. Yes, -12. But Jin sadly cannot punish 12 frames at mid screen because he doesn't really have much range. As you guys can see, Jin doesn't have the best range for it, and even with the 10 frames it really cannot reach at all. So how do you punish the 12 frame mid? You can go to the right and then you are able to punish this because Jin closes the hitbox closer to his opponent as he steps to the right, and the move really doesn't have a great tracking, so it's clearly easy to punish this way. But your opponent might be aware, so if he is, when you go to the right, he's going to try to wake up with a low, and the low is -11 only. So you can do this and sidestep into low parry and launch them for trying to wake up with a low kick when you go to the right. You can also go to the left, but to the left is where the move completely whiffs and you get other stuffs with it. So this is the first wake up mid kick. The second one is when you turn them out. Any combo that you do that turns them into this position, it becomes -14. So now you can punish with forward 1+2, a move that is really underused. And if they wake up with a low kick instead, you can block it and launch with while standing 2, sorry, while standing 2, which is also 14 frames. So your opponent is forced to deal with this and cannot really wake up with wake up kicks once the position is not favorable to them anymore. So there this combo right here. If he wake up with a low, the low you can launch, right? But the mid kick is kind of hard to launch, so you can use this as a countermeasure. It does a lot of good damage. It's almost 40 damage. It's 38, I believe. Yep, 38 damage, and this is really good. But you can also do an electric if you have the speed for it, but it's not advisable because it's easily droppable and the window isn't really appropriate for it. You can also use the CD4. The CD4 is also practical because it leaves them also at -14, so you can punish with this only. you can punish with electrics, as you guys can see. But if he goes with a low, the low is not minus 14, unfortunately, so it's going to end up being minus 13. So they can only punish with this. Kazuya in this case is really good for this wake up game, but Kazuya cannot turn people around. That's the thing. Jin can, so might as well just use it. This is one of the things that you can do with it, so you know exactly what possible wake ups will come if you put them on undesirable situations. So wake up low from that position, from the CD4, is minus 13, and if you do just in the mid is minus 14, right guys? So you can also turn them around after a CD4, and now they are in a very much unfavorable position, which is fully launchable by anyone in the game. In this position, your opponent cannot wake up with a mid kick and cannot wake up with a low kick either, because everything becomes like a full combo punish. Becomes a full combo punishable, because the wake up mid kick from this position is actually minus 16, as you guys can see. So you can launch this with electrics, and the low option, the low one, is minus 14. So your opponent cannot really wake up with anything at all in this position, so they have to roll and try to wake up differently, but they cannot do this. So those are the primary positions that you can exploit, and not only from back to one and landing comes like ending with this, but there is also special throws like this one leaves at minus 14 on wake up mid kicks, so your opponent cannot really wake up with anything after. As you guys can see, there is also this one, is also minus 14, and then there is everyone's favorite, which is the tidal wave. The tidal wave puts it into the most unfavorable position that you can use to exploit stuff with Jin. But one of the reasons why I'm making this video is because if you are close to a wall, it's most likely like your opponent is going to wake up with a mid kick. So in this particular position, he cannot punish with a 10 frames exactly, but if you are really close, your 12 frame is going to reach, and you are able to punish your opponent regardless of what it does. But you just have to be careful with range, because this is kind of hard to hit, as you guys can see, but it's possible. So one of the things that you have to be really aware is how your opponent wake up. It's never really safe. The way they wake up is not really safe at all, but if you know the positions and the types of wake up mid kicks that can come, you can take advantage of it and launch punish them, most of them, for being reckless. So once this starts to get out of the way, with wake up mid kicks and wake up lows, is when you will be able to start pressuring with wave dashes a lot. Another thing that you can do is every combo that you know that this position, they can do spring kicks. In spring kick, is kind of hard to predict, and they are really fast. Though it's punishable, launch punishable when you predict it. One of the good ways to avoid the spring kick is ending combos with this, and now your opponent cannot do spring kicks at all, so he's forced to do something else, and something else is going to be punishable by Jin, because they are not on the position of doing stuff like spring kick, recovery kick. Let's see if they can do recovery kick from here. They can, so this all punishable, all punishable. The recovery kick is also unsafe, is minus 14. It's minus 14, so you can punish this with while standing too. And so if you take this away, as if you guys remember, wake up mid kick is minus 12 on when they are face up and feet forwards, and wake up low kick is minus 11. Wake up mid kick is minus 14 when they are face down and feet towards, and wake up low kick is also minus 14, meaning that you can launch while standing too. Here you can launch with electrics, but it's kinda impractical, but you can forward 1+2 to get the damage anyways. You can also use 13 frame moves, it's going to reach. And when you put them in the Fufa position, which is face is face down, feet away, this is the most unfavorable position, because Jin gets a free electric wind hook fist from a mid kick and a free while standing 2 from a low kick. His throws, special throws, the 1+2 throw puts them in the face down feet away position. The throw that can only be blocked by 2, which is down forward 2 and 3, puts them on a position where all the wake ups are minus 14, and the special throw, which is quarter circle back 1 and 3, can only be broken, can only be waken up is also minus 14. Also puts them in a situation where they cannot use the spring kick, because becomes also super unsafe. Only the wake up low becomes minus 13, but the mid kick becomes minus 14. So with this now, I hope you guys make your wake up a little bit more stronger, and with the ability to manipulate the opponent's Oki and how they deal, you will be able to apply a lot of wave depth pressure, and you will have people waking up, crouching at you, waking up standing and stuff like that, just as they do. Just don't play too risky, but just don't play too safe either. Some people are just like that, they are really crazy, but you have tools for it. So see you guys in the next video, and hope you guys enjoyed this one.